Okay, we're going live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SteelFlyers show. We are live for the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore starts with the ball, 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line. How about that, guys? Ravens week, we are live, handoff, and it's a quick little run up the middle for number 35, Edwards. He gets about 2 yards on that play. So it looks like maybe the Steelers kicked off. I can't tell who won the toss here, but we're going to get into it. By the way, we are joined by two of the best. That's right. We got the Professor Joe Boric, and we got Perlo Wisdom.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, man.
Hello. Yeah, I'm just happy. Normally we don't have our CBS games. We don't have the Steelers or Ravens because we have somebody from this area. This is actually the game that they gave us.
Quick little pitch.
So I don't have to stream it.
So welcome to the show, guys. We've had Perlo on last week, and now we're joined by Joe this week.
Ooh,
and we had a bit of a little quick little slant there, or a quick little a quick little pop pass out there that was dropped. So that brings up 3rd and 6 for the Ravens here.
Oh, I'll have to be quiet then because I'm a mile ahead.
Yeah.
So am I. We're both ahead of them.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh looks like they're coming on the blitz, 3rd and 6.
Because you're about to freak out.
Yeah, interception. Spillane with the pick 6. Touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers. Hey, welcome to MetLife Stadium. How about that?
He didn't see the coverage on that?
How about that?
That was a bad throw.
Yeah.
That was a terrible
He was
throw.
forced.
What the heck?
He was forced into that because the blitz was coming, and he was feeling it on the outside there, and he was trying to go to his target, and Spillane picked that up right off.
I guess.
How you doing, boys?
Looks like he had lots of room to me. He could have thought of a better play than that.
I mean, he definitely had other options, but it was a timing pattern. You know what I mean? So Pittsburgh.
It's his first it's his first one in 823 passes.
There you go.
He made it a gooder.
Yeah, right? and to the guy that has taken the place of Devin Bush. We lost him to the season 2 games ago to an ACL, and Spillane came in and spelled him, and boy, has he been just picking up right where he left off. Yeah, he definitely had some other folks open, but it looked like it was more of a coverage thing than anything. But Spillane on the interception for the pick 6.
Yeah, that was just Lamar. Lamar's not accustomed to make those types of decisions. He just rushed a decision, which is not typical.
Yeah,
typically,
he's
just
done a lot better.
Like
he's made better decisions with the ball this year than he has last year. You know what I mean? So here we go now. It looks like we're going to have the defense back out onto the field here for the Pittsburgh Steelers after the kickoff. It's Pittsburgh 7, Baltimore 0. First quarter with 14 minutes and 6 seconds left to go. But thanks, guys, for joining us, man. It's been a real pleasure having you guys on, man. If you care to let us know on the comments, and we'll be more than happy to get into it with you. Please also hit the like and subscribe, and let us keep the good stuff coming. So Baltimore is back out onto the field, 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line.
What the heck was that? How that got to it? Wait till you see this pitch.
You can't give it away like that now, Joe. Baltimore is... Okay. Here we go.
There's like a little...
Jackson back there with his running back, and he does try to do a play-action pass, and it is... Is that caught? That's caught. Wow.
Yeah. That was like a lob pass. That's
I can't believe he actually caught that, though. Holy moly.
That was a weird play.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So well, I guess that's a little bit of a help there for you on that one. I guess they'll take that, right? Miles Boykin on that one. So they're doing a lot of same things that Pittsburgh's doing, a lot of the misdirection stuff, and Edwards up the middle here for another couple yards on second down here to bring up third down and a short. Or no, I'm sorry, 2nd and 4. Cam Hayward, Tyson Alahu. And then you got T.J. Watt, Bud Dupree, Spillane, and Williams coming in there for the defense. Hayden, Fitzpatrick, Edmonds, and Nelson back there in the backfield for the Pittsburgh starting lineup there on defense. It's Baltimore 2nd and 6. And they're doing another play action, and it was the handoff, and then it's another tackle for loss there. Was that Alahu in there on that? Or Stephon Tuitt? Yep, Stephon Tuitt. Yeah, man.
I tried to pause my thing until you call the next play so I can get it on the same
really?
time. So it's not...
Like pause the
That's a good idea.
there.
Never thought about
Yeah.
that.
I've done that already
That's
too
a
a
good
couple
idea.
times because like I record the games and then I watch them later. You know what I mean? 3rd and 7 here. Can Pittsburgh get Baltimore off the field here on the 42-yard line? Oh, he's chased. Oh, he almost gets him. He's running. Everybody's chasing after him here. It doesn't look like he's going to get the first down. Nope. He tried for sure.
Got a couple more. See, that's usually what Lamar does, though, instead of throw that pick in the other play earlier. That's more what I was getting at when I said normally he doesn't make that quick slant mistake. Normally he would just do that and just get yardage. That doesn't mean anything.
By Pittsburgh why are they calling a flag on this here? I'm not sure why they called this. He lowered his helmet and drove into him. Okay, and then
It's
they were
I
both
think it's
pushed.
because of Hayward coming back. I think it's because Hayward came in from the back and that wasn't needed to push him out of bounds.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. Hayward didn't need to push him out of bounds. He was already going to go out of bounds for Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
But I think they did that because he lowered his head and he tried to keep getting more yards, and that's why I look.
Oh no, they called it on Mika Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
So I don't know why. That should have been called on Hayward. I would have agreed with that if it was called on Hayward because you're not supposed to push someone in the back out of bounds. That's like in hockey, you're not allowed to check somebody when you see their numbers.
You're not supposed to be seeing their numbers. You're supposed to be seeing their eyes. You know what I mean?
The only thing I can see on that play was that at the end of it, he pushed him down. But I mean,
exactly, you're not supposed to push somebody when they're going out of bounds anymore. That's part of
No, I mean for the fact that Fitzpatrick.
How can they do all this movement
you'd
and
have
still be legal?
We'd have to see it again.
1st and 10. It's another run up the middle there with Edwards, and he only gets about a couple yards. But they got all these guys running around and all these shifts going on, and they got guys lined up in all these odd positions that I haven't seen. Like they got all these guys back there in the backfield. I thought you were only allowed to have two guys, a certain number of guys behind the line of scrimmage.
Without Ingram, they're more of a gadget team because they want to trick you. Where with Ingram, they will just run at you.
Yeah, this looks like a weird broken eye with the quarterback.
It's different.
It's part of the thing, and then so it's a.
And they also use.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that pass out there to number 42 didn't go well.
Yeah, it's their fullback that missed it, but they use Baltimore's a team that uses similar to how Pittsburgh used to a lot more in the earlier 2000s. Their fullbacks a lot more than other. Like they mix them in for blocking purposes, and then they put those tight end sets in where it looked like the tight end was going to block there, but then you saw him run out to the sides. So they tend to do a different thing.
Yeah, see, they did. They just called an illegal formation here on that last play.
Yeah, you got to be careful doing those types of plays, though, because if you don't line up exactly correct, you're going to get called.
You got to have a certain number of guys up in the line of scrimmage. Okay, so it looks like it might be a little bit raining here today in Baltimore. So it's probably a little cold and a little bit wet in there, and they're playing on natural grass. So 2nd and 11 here, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson drops back to pass and slings a little pass out to number 83, who chugs down to the
actual
6-yard line.
6-yard line. Yeah. Now we're on the same time.
That's Willie Snead.
Paused it.
That was an ex. I believe he was an ex-Steeler.
All I know is he's definitely a good guy to have on your fantasy team most years. Not this. Usually, Will Snead's a guy that has a couple good weeks. This year, not as much because he's on the Ravens and they have a pretty good offense.
But that was a good play, though. Little sidearm pass too. First and goal here for Baltimore at the 9.
The Ravens aren't letting that early gash really get to them at all.
Goes up for a quick little 4. I believe that might have been a broken play there. I don't think he was necessarily designed to run on that one.
That didn't look like a QB scramble.
Yeah, no.
That's a little bit like, okay, I got to just go with this now.
Right. Yeah, I don't think he was designed to do that one. Second and goal here from the 9. 9:43 left to go in the first quarter. Pittsburgh's buckling down here up against their end zone, and Baltimore driving. Seems like that penalty kind of gave him life. Now this looks like a more of a designed run-pass option. Oh!
Whoa.
Whoa. Did he get suddenly stop? Like,
I think his lineman got pushed back. That would have to be my guess.
Yeah, man.
Because it looked like he was trying to go behind one of these guys.
Yeah, he hit his own lineman. Whoops.
Yeah.
The lineman ran into him.
Yeah, like he ran. Yeah, it looks like everybody just kind of ran into everybody. And so that'll normally stop you. A big 300-pound defensive or offensive lineman will usually stop you from running forward, usually. You know. Third and goal here, down at the 6. Baltimore trying to punch it in here after the Pittsburgh's pick 6. The rush comes in, and that is a touchdown.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's a touchdown to Boykin. Quick little sidearm pass on that one, too, there. Yeah, he's just slinging the ball in there.
That was a pretty nice throw.
Yeah,
I didn't think
yeah.
I thought they were going to call a slant, which they did to Hollywood Brown, but then they threw it to Boykin on the side.
Yeah, that's exactly what they were trying to do there. They had him lined up like that, too.
Because he ran a slant, and then Boykin went over the side. Yeah,
Marquise was running down the back of the end zone there. So, yep, good play. Baltimore comes right back. They punch right back here, and I believe they tie it up here. Yep, so it's Baltimore 7, Pittsburgh 7, with 8:44 to go in the first. Who thought this was going to be a slugfest like this? I mean, I thought for sure this would be more of a, Pittsburgh's offense hasn't even been out on the field, and it's 7-7, and we're already halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what happens when you have teams, like we said, that try to mix up the offense. So it's going to take a little bit longer to get down the field when you're running to trick the other team and also run good plays rather than just run quick, efficient plays because you don't have the offense to just throw it up there to people.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So they're definitely being creative with things, that's for sure. So Pittsburgh's going to have to do the same thing here and try to punch right back. I think it bodes well to see that they did a pick 6, but they didn't let that get to them. You know what I mean? Just like what you said, they marched it right down the field. I really think, though, that unnecessary roughness penalty, because they would have gotten off the field, that would have been 4th down. They would have been punting. So if it wouldn't have been for that penalty, that's what helped keep them going. You know what I mean? So we got to try to limit those and keep the yellow hankies in the pockets.
Yeah. Like I said, if they show that play again, the only thing I saw was right at the end that Fitzpatrick did kind of push him like at the end of the push him down after he was already out of bounds a little bit, but I thought it was pretty cheesy too.
Yeah, I mean, I think that what they really did was what they should have done was called it on Hayward for pushing him out of bounds. Okay, because that
maybe
because that's not really the best thing to do. You know what I mean? But I don't think
which you're not allowed to do anymore either.
Yeah.
If someone's already forcing someone out of bounds, you can't come and push them out of bounds.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? But It's like,
Well,
come on now.
but Hayward's argument would be that it didn't seem to me that he was going out of bounds.
No,
I was
because
just making
he
sure.
lowered his head and he was trying to fight for more yards. You know what I
Right.
mean? So that's why I mean those are football plays. Okay, you shouldn't be calling penalties on that. I can understand why they would call something like that out of bounds, but he was completely pushed out of bounds because it looked like he was lowering his head to gain more yards. And you know what? If he wouldn't have been doing that and he did lower his head to gain more yards, he could have gotten more yards. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'd have to see
Yeah.
the play again, but
Yeah.
it's difficult. That's why it's so hard to be a ref because it's
Also,
easy for,
sometimes they call penalties on the wrong
Well,
person.
yeah,
I mean,
that's
that has
yeah,
been
that
done.
was clearly
that might
the
have-
case.
that,
It could also be that the penalty was really on Hayward, and then they just said number
Or
23.
39.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
That won't be the first time that's
Ray
ever happened.
Coming around the end there, he used to play for Baltimore. Yeah, I believe that's going to be a flag against. Is that a flag against Baltimore there for that? On the run back?
That has to be either a Baltimore flag or a holding
Yeah.
on a return. That's usually
Always,
all whatever
yeah.
it is.
So I think it's going to be
Yeah.
on them. And we'll get the call here right now, Mr. Referee. Yeah, it's on the defense, illegal use of the hands. So that'll be, or blocking
No,
the back. I'm
return
sorry,
team, I
blocking
think
the
is-
back. Blocking the
Yeah.
back, so I believe that's a free 10 yards.
So as they're setting up, let me ask you a question. Why does that come up every single time they kick the ball? I mean, like every time they get that penalty. What are they doing? Not just the Steelers. but
Yeah,
the other
everybody.
teams.
Yeah, I don't know.
They figure that out.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
So why is, if it's a penalty on, yeah. Wait a second. If it's a penalty on them, why are we starting way back there?
I thought it was
Oh.
on you guys. They said illegal block in the back on the Steelers.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
that's what it said.
So
yeah.
Pittsburgh 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line, and it's a handoff to James Conner, who sprints around to the outside and gets a loss of yard on the play.
Probably half or yeah.
And almost hits the
Yeah,
kickers.
the little net thing
Mhm.
there,
Yeah.
So the first play from scrimmage is a run to the outside for Pittsburgh, and that's a -1 yard on that one. So it's 2nd and 11. And we will see what we got here. We got some guys spread out. And we got Ebron in motion. Ben in the shotgun back there with Connor. And it's Ben. Pass.
Oh.
Bounced off his foot there a little bit. Got to catch that kind of stuff, man.
Yeah, he could have
Yeah.
still caught that. That was a
Yeah.
low throw.
Yeah, you
but
should
he
have still caught that one for sure. Yep, if it's in your hands,
His
it
name-
bounced
Oh.
off his knee.
He threw it at his knee.
it bounced
That's
off
what
his
it
knee. So yeah, that's probably why I didn't catch it. But yeah, if it hits your hands, that should be a catch. Okay, so Pittsburgh 3rd and 11, the best percentage in the league here. Let's see if they can pull one out here and get the first down. Do they need to go to the 26? Ben lights it up, and there is nobody there. And did I see a hanky?
Nope,
I
that
saw a hanky. That's going to be a pass interference call on that one.
Pass interference. Did
Yeah,
he
I think
grab
he
him?
did.
That should be
Yeah.
offensive. That's
No, I don't think it was. No. He's holding his hands up like he didn't do anything, but yep, pass interference on the defense. That's first down for Pittsburgh. So we'll take that.
That's a terrible.
Marcus
penalty.
Peters.
Let's
They're
take a
gonna
look
show
at the
us
call
that.
here. Okay, yeah, you're not really allowed to have your hand on the back of the guy's belt and holding him back like that.
I don't think he was holding him, but he like.
No, he had his hand inside the guy's belt and he was keeping him from running. No wonder he wasn't able to run up under the ball.
The thing I notice more now, though, is before with pass interference,
Did he
Oh.
get it back?
Yeah, fumble.
I think he
No.
might have got
gotten
that
that back.
back.
It looks
out
like
of
a
his- I think he
fumble.
might have stole it
I don't think he got it
from his
back.
hands. Yeah. The Ravens guy picked it up, but then he might have yanked it out.
No, it doesn't look like they didn't get it back.
The Ravens guy kept it.
How I don't understand how they can call that if they're still not if they still don't have the guys up. 1, 2. Okay, that's a catch.
That's definitely
that's a catch and a fumble.
It's like Claypool's first mistake.
Actually, second. He did have a fumble, but he did pick it up and was able to get a no gainer on.
How much of a mistake was that?
I don't think that was a mistake.
Pretty much ripped it out.
I think the ball got ripped out of his
hand.
hand.
It was just a good play. It was just a good play by the.
Yeah,
it was just
a
good
defender.
Play.
Yeah, he just.
First blunder.
How are you gonna defend against that? He ripped it right out.
Yeah, when you catch the ball, you have to put it in and tuck it into your body. That keeps you from getting that kind of stuff from happening.
That would be about the only thing. Maybe he didn't tuck it in fast enough. Yeah, but he was on him pretty quick. Looked like while he was trying to tuck it in, he pretty much grabbed it right out. Grabbed his arm.
What I was saying though before that play developed was when we were, I don't know if you saw this, but like earlier on in the NFL, I know when watching games, even just a few years back, PIs were more called by the catch rate, where nowadays it seems like if your quarterback just chucks it over the guy's head and the guy interferes with that, they still call it a PI, even though the ball had a 0.000% chance of. Like, usually they didn't call it like that back, and I don't know if the rule actually changed because I don't pay attention or care enough about that side of it to care, but or if they just told the refs call it more closely nowadays, because it seems like it's called a lot more closely nowadays. That even on uncatchable balls, they call PIs. I just figured I would ask you. Don't you think that's kind of the case, Steel?
When you get those uncatchable balls, I don't think they really, unless it's completely blatant, like that last play was blatant. Like he was preventing the guy from running down the field. So no wonder he wasn't able to run under the ball. But yeah, if the ball's completely uncatchable, but if the ball's still uncatchable and you're still hitting the guy and knocking him over, that's still not legal. You're only allowed to do that for the first 5 yards, and then after that, it's hands off.
I'm just talking about those soft plays where it seems like the guy takes advantage of a bad throw to try to draw a PI, and then they're called.
Unfortunately, that's the nature of the beast, and it happens on both sides.
Yeah, it's not really
and there's nothing you can really do about it. You know what I mean?
No, I agree, though. It seems to be called a lot more now than it used to.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely been more of a contention because of the rule change. So Baltimore gets the ball, and they're on the Steelers' side of the 50, down
just
at the
on the Steelers' side.
Yeah, and that's a handoff up the middle to Edwards for another 4 yards.
Your Browns, Pirlo, are tied 0-0 with the Vegas Raiders, which I actually said right for the first time in my life.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Instead of calling them another team.
Instead of calling them Oakland.
Or LA or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So Baltimore's
Green Bay, Minnesota
are here on offense, and it's another handoff to Edwards, who gets another 2-3 yards. So that brings up 3rd and short. 3rd and 3 here for Baltimore. Down.
Surprised the Ravens don't use Dobbins more. I mean, I know Gus Edwards is a very solid back too, but they did draft.
An offensive lineman, Phillips,
somebody's injured.
Oh.
That's not good.
It's the guy that Lamar ran
that's
into.
Not good. Usually when
KC's only up 7-3 on the Jets.
I did see that Minnesota and Green Bay are tied 7-7.
Minnesota.
That's where our pastor, he's from Minnesota. Although he's been here long enough now, he doesn't really have the Minnesota accent anymore. Yeah, every once in a certain words you can hear it, but
Well, can't be much different than my accent.
Well, yeah.
But
what I'm saying though is that if you were to spend 35 years or the better part of the best part of half of your life in a place that doesn't speak like you normally speak, then yeah, you're gonna lose your accent. You know what I mean?
You do lose it a bit, but I apparently still have an Eastern Canada accent slightly, which I haven't lived in Eastern Canada since I was 13 years old. So it's weird how that works. Some people will lose it completely, and then other people it sticks around. I don't know.
Well,
I don't
you
know
can
why.
always tell when somebody's from Canada because they say specifically a few words that every Canadian says
Hey,
the same.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So
Probably.
that's how you can always tell somebody's from Canada, or how you can always tell if they're from like Minnesota.
Minnesota soda.
Or spelling.
Yeah. Or you can also tell if
Minnesota?
they're from like New Jersey or New York or somewhere because
Yeah.
they have a much
Yeah,
harsher
same
accent.
thing.
Yeah.
Different accents in the United States. Yeah.
A boot.
A boot,
Yeah.
which I don't even know I say, but apparently
Well,
I
that's
guess
how
I
you can
do.
tell people from Canada. You say, "Hey, how do you say about?"
Yeah.
They say a boot.
About.
Aluminium.
Yeah, say aluminum. Okay.
Aluminum.
Well, people across
I-
the pond say aluminium.
Yeah.
With a certain, certain regional accent.
Who
People
says
in England
that?
and stuff
Oh my
like
gosh.
that.
Most of the German.
Oh yeah. England. Yeah.
So-
Yeah, that makes sense.
3rd and 3 here for the
Yeah.
Baltimore Ravens. They're playing at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. There are some fans in the stands, so looks like that guy was taken off there, so he's being replaced. Yeah. 3rd and 3 here for Baltimore, and it looks like there's a bunch formation here coming down, and it's a little handoff, and he gets the first down and more. And down
And
to
a lot
about
more.
the 7 or 8 yard line there. So there you go. There's
That
your
was
boy
Dobbins.
Dobbs, just like they needed to be using him. Dobbins right down the side for a little burst. Yep, gets it outside. Spillane in pursuit, wasn't able to catch him, but gets down to about the 6 yard line for.
That was really good blocking
Yeah.
by Boykin, too, upfield. He had
Yep.
Fitzpatrick.
So good play there by the
on
Baltimore
one.
Ravens to get down to the 1st and goal from the 6. I'm sorry, from the 8 or 9. And it's another handoff. No, actually, it was a run-pass option. And it looked like Jackson goes nowhere on that one. So they need to score, or else, because they can't get a first down because it's 9 yards from where they are. So they have to score. They can't just get a first down. So that was a no gainer on that one there. I think that was a run-pass option, and I believe that the option was to run.
We lost Tyson.
Yeah. Oh! And the ball is loose.
I think we got it.
And
We got it.
Pittsburgh has the
Wow.
ball.
You got it.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Turnovers.
Another turnover.
Yep.
Another turnover. Who would have thought
Yep.
this in this game? Interceptions and turnovers were not what I was thinking I was going to watch today.
No, that's definitely the strip sack there from Bud Dupree from the 8063. And that is a turnover right there for the Baltimore Ravens. Pittsburgh has the ball 1st and 10 here, I believe, on like the 3 or 4 yard line. So that's a long field, but still prevents Baltimore from doing anything with the ball after that. So that's a good play to get them off the field. I believe we've also lost Tyson Allahu.
Yeah, they said he was sitting on the sideline with an ice pack.
With what?
An ice pack on his knee.
Yeah.
I think it was his knee.
Yeah. So it looks like his return might be questionable, and it looks like the player there, Phillips, from the Ravens, is going to be questionable as well too. So two big linemen hurt on either side of the ball here, one for Pittsburgh and one for Baltimore. So we'll see how that pans out. It's going to be interesting.
That's 2 stellar plays from their defenses, though. Like, you can't.
I don't get it.
So we'll see how it goes here. Pittsburgh's going to have the long field to go, and man, they have 10 yards. I think they've run 3 or 4 plays maybe on offense. So we need to get Ben on the field here. We need to get our offense on the field, and we need to run more than 3 or 4 plays, and we need to get a drive going here because that's definitely.
Not a bad score for being having your offense on the field for 40
pretty
seconds.
much. I mean, all things considered, yeah.
No.
Granted, both of these teams are very good at defense too, so I guess it's not the most surprising to have 2 big defensive plays.
I suppose,
be a part of the game when you have. It's kind of like you have. It could go either way because you have 2 good defenses against 2 good offenses, so it's only going to. It's usually going to go one of 2 ways. Or a mix, but
it's going to be one of those things where I think whoever's the last one standing, this is going to be like one of those title fights. You know what I mean?
Whoever has the last possession type of game.
Yeah. That's just the way it's going to have to go. So Pittsburgh from the 4-yard line. 1st and 10. Yeah. Ben under center. Hand off to Connor, and he gets about 1 yard. And they give him forward progress, I believe, for 1 yard to the 5. So 2nd and 9 from the 5. So, yeah, they're looking at that play again, and that was definitely a strip sack. The ball was out long before his arm went forward. There's the ball right there going out, and then his arm going forward. So that was a good call. Actually, I'm surprised they actually made that correct call. You know what I mean? So 2nd and 9 for Pittsburgh. Ben in the shotgun here. We'll see how this goes. It's another draw handoff to Connor, and looks like he gets up to the first down there.
I don't think he got the first down. But
yeah, I think.
Yeah.
At least an inch
of course
within
they won't give it to him,
it.
but I think it's a first down. It looks like he made it to the yard line there, but yeah, it looks like they're giving it to him. 1st and 10. Yep.
No, they got you.
Nice little draw play. Nice block there by DeCastro that sprung him. That was a good block. See, they're doing the kind of the same things that Baltimore does, where they have quite a few guys lined up there in the backfield, and then they have different guys going in motion, and they do some of those flip handoffs and stuff. You know what I mean? So 1st and 10 here for Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
At the 16 or 14-yard line. Ben dropping back and letting it fly. And, yeah.
That's deep.
No one on that one.
That's deep.
Nothing there.
Nothing there.
Second time now we've gone for that play. And I'm not sure what the deal is here. Why we keep going for that play and not connecting on it. If you're going to go for that play, then how about putting the connection on it? It looks like we also see 2nd and 10 here. 3 minutes and 48 seconds left in the first. Claypool coming in motion here to the near side. 3 wide receivers set. Ben drops back, and it's a little dump off to Connor, who gets immediately tackled for a yard loss. That'll make it 3rd and 11. Yeah, Kansas City up 14-3 on the Jets here. Yeah, as they should be. That's correct.
Yeah.
And then in the first game with Tua, Miami's down 7-0 right now in Miami to LA. The Rams.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so the Fitzmagic is gone, huh? 3rd and 10, Pittsburgh. Looks like Ben might be changing the play here a little bit. 3 seconds to hike the ball. There it is. It's a handoff to Connor, who gets 4 yards.
3 or 4.
4th down. I don't understand that. Why
Why make that play?
Why do you hand it off to get 4 yards when you need 6 or 7 or 20? You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense.
A lot
I
of teams
I don't think the intention was going to get
obviously,
far,
but your chances.
It seems like a decent throw, yeah. It seems like a decent time to throw against this defense, I would say. I don't know.
A lot of teams do that, though, including the Eagles, especially when you're set up in your back half of the field. You're trying to kind of just set up your punter at that point when it looks like the defense is kind of just beating you to it on that drive. I mean, if you think you're going to 3rd and long, great. If you don't think you're going to pick it up, you might as well give your punter a little bit of a better field. That was a pretty crap punt, though. So.
That didn't really go very far. And what's really sad is that we got rid of Colquitt to bring Jordan Berry back because Colquitt wasn't punting very well. Yeah. So it doesn't do very well when your punter can't pin the team deep and they start pretty much on your 50. Like, okay, that's about a 30-yard punt. I think I can punt that far.
That was bad.
I can punt that far.
Yeah, that was a really bad punt. In terms of some good games around the league, talk about a defensive game. Pirlo's Browns is still 0-0 with the Raiders in the second quarter.
Holy crap!
So we're in and then the Bengals is only 3-0 over Tennessee at the end of the first, with the Bengals in possession, and at the end of the first, it's only 7-0 Buffalo over New England. So there's a lot of low-scoring first quarters going on in the league. 7-7 Green Bay, Minnesota at the end of the first, and in the second, 7-0 Detroit over Indianapolis.
Oh, there you go. That's awesome.
Buffalo, probably, I never even thought there might be pretty bad weather at that time.
Usually we start getting into the weather now. We start getting into November and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm actually surprised that. I mean, I'm not really surprised that it's raining in Baltimore for the game today too. You know what I mean? So we'll see.
No, yeah, it rains a decent amount sometimes at this time of the year around here, and Baltimore's not go too far, so.
Not too far at all, for sure. So, but I'll tell you what, though, I'm a little bit. This is a little bit worrying here because Pittsburgh needs to do more than 3 and outs here. We've only had the ball twice, and each time we've had the ball, we've only had 3 plays, and then we sit down and punt. So we need to have more than 3 and outs because Baltimore seems to be driving the ball down the field.
Yeah, they're pretty fortunate to be in a tie situation right now. Well, fortunate and good defense as well, but they've been bailing themselves out a bit. It's not like it's pure luck, but yeah, they got to get that offense moving better than that. And the Ravens' D's been covering pretty good though.
When your average starting spot is at your own 40-yard line, another run-pass option there for about 7 yards. It's a handoff to Edmonds around the end. So they're doing that run-pass option there where they're holding on to it. So, but that gives them that opportunity to allow other things to open up in the secondary and things of that nature, because that makes the linebackers bite. You know what I mean? So that's why Pittsburgh needs to keep a hold of things here. 2nd and 4. And it's a play-action pass, and he's pretty much going to run it, and he's going to run and get the first down.
Yeah.
So that was a little couple-yard gainer there for the first down. He was trying to look to throw the ball, but didn't look like there was anybody open.
It's like he did. He was like he wanted to.
There was just nobody open.
I was like, oh, I really want to throw this. I don't want to run. Open. And they still had, still was able to get over the
first down. Yep.
For first down.
So 1st and 10 here for Baltimore.
Yeah. Well, Baltimore's only loss this year is to KC, who we know is a ridiculous quarterback on their team.
Take him down. Oh. Is that intentional grounding?
Oh. There was a tight end.
Oh, he's hurt.
Oh, that guy's hurt.
He's hurt.
That lineman
Stanley's
really
hurt.
hurt. Yeah, Stanley got really
Very
injured.
Oh, that doesn't look good.
That's
Yeah,
broken
it
leg
is.
stuff there.
Yeah, that could be.
And that's for sure what that is, yeah.
Oh man.
He's gonna go out on.
That or
Yeah,
he's holding his
knee.
knee. And
Guys,
Yeah.
could be. That's a
or he's
rather
holding
have,
his arm. The trainer's holding his arm on the ground.
rather have a broken leg than a knee.
Yeah. No, I don't. Oh man, that's just. It's never good when you see a guy go down. You know, I don't like seeing guys go down for either team. You know.
And it's happening so much
It has.
this
It
year.
really has. And it's not like soft tissue injuries either. It's been like ACLs and, you know, major injuries, you know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? So,
Well, you know why.
man, we're just hoping that everything goes well for this guy here. You never like to see this kind of thing happen. Yeah, it's
It's
his
definitely the
It
leg.
probably is broken.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's broken. All right.
Yep.
I didn't need to see that.
Yeah, didn't need to see that one at all. Yeah, it's broke.
Yeah.
That's
It's very broken.
That's not pretty. If you don't like looking at that, don't look at that. That's just not pretty at all. Nope. Yep.
That's very broken.
Yeah, they're putting the air cast on. All right. Okay. Oh boy, here comes the cart. Oh man. Well, you know, hey.
Yeah. That's,
Prayers to him, and hopefully everything goes well. And you know,
Yeah.
gosh, you really hate to kind of see that kind of thing happen, because now that's 2 linemen now that've gone down for the Baltimore Ravens. So that's not something that you want to see. You know, you definitely hate seeing guys go down like that because of injuries. You know, so.
Yeah, especially when you can't. I mean, there's nothing. That's just getting clipped from behind
Yeah.
on a play that
Yeah.
everyone's getting hit around.
Right.
So I mean, you can't
know
do
what I mean?
anything
It's
about
like-
that.
And I'll tell you, I've been run up on like that. I've never had any injuries because of that. But when you play center on an offensive line, a lot of times the running back, especially if you're the lead blocker, a lot of times it's either the running back or the other team running up your back, and that's never fun, you know.
That's true. Yeah.
So I'm just lucky I never had any injuries because of that. But you know, that's just never fun when somebody runs up on you like that, and especially having your leg pinched like that. Oh man, that's just never good.
right off the get-go, and then you don't have to go through all the
right.
hassle
Just
of
have them
losing
cut
it the
out and
hard way.
get falsies made right away.
Yeah. But
I would advise not.
I broke my ankle
Yeah,
getting out of
see?
a bus. Of all the crap
Yeah.
I did when I was young and the
Yeah.
craziness I did, and I broke my ankle getting out of a bus.
Oh yeah.
Well,
that
like
I was
Ronnie
driving.
Stanley going down.
Okay.
Man, that's not good. Prayers to you, my brother.
Oh, look at that! He's that's pretty cool.
Clapping up the
Yeah.
crowd and everything. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they probably gave
that's
him a quick
so-
shot of morphine.
They gave him some
Something,
sort of painkiller, I
because
imagine.
usually when you get something like that, oh, that's just not good. Okay, well, unfortunately, well, those kinds of things happen, so here we go. So, 2nd and 18, and the Baltimore Ravens are coming to go here on the 49-yard line. Drop back to pass, and it's a sling pass, and it was off, in and out of the hands.
Hand,
Yeah,
I think.
in and out
Singular.
of the hand.
Yeah.
No,
he wasn't grabbing that.
In and out of the hand.
If he managed
Oh,
to,
Mark
if he
Andrews
managed to
there.
one hand that, that would have been played for the
Or, I'm
next
sorry,
20 years.
Of in and out of the hands on that tight end there. But all right, 3rd and 18 on the Pittsburgh 49-yard line. The Baltimore Ravens now have 2 brand new offensive linemen in here.
This might be one of those plays you see Steel where you just check it down
I'm
since it's
with
so
you,
deep
just to
of
get a
a
couple
third.
yards. Oh, it's a sack.
Or not.
No.
No.
Oh,
He
you got it.
does
Oh my
catch
God,
it,
he caught
but he doesn't get any yards on that one.
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
No.
I'm surprised they didn't call that in the grasp. It sure looks like they are. Or no, they actually did count that as a catch because he got 3 yards. Yeah, okay. So, boy, this has been the most entertaining first quarter of football that we've seen all season. We had a pick six. We had a couple of injuries. We've had a touchdown. I mean, we've had some turnovers. This is just in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's been quite the game. Steelers have been bailing themselves out with the defense.
That would be putting it mildly.
Quite
we're joined by our co-host, Asti. She has decided to join us. Yep.
Oh, nice.
Hi. Hi, honey. Oh, there you go. She's letting us know that she's here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, man, the start of the second quarter here, and this is going to be interesting because they need to do like a little squib punt because they're on the Pittsburgh side of the 50. So they need to do like a little squib punt so they can try to pin Pittsburgh deep. Otherwise, it's going to come back out onto the 20 or 25 there if it goes as a touchback.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's a lot easier than doing those high arc ones that only some punters are really able to.
Unless they do the, take the penalty and get the 5-yard penalty for delay of game, so they can get 5 yards back. So that might help them a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, teams do that at times. That wouldn't be surprising.
You know what I mean? Because they're so tight up against the 50 and.
Also, yeah, Tua just threw his first career TD pass, which was to Devontae Parker. Just as an update during commercial.
Man, that guy. Look, I watched him play in college, and I can't believe that he was able to come back after that hip injury. Because from what they were saying, it's the same type of injury that Bo Jackson had. For his hip, but because they were able to get it so early and diagnose it right away, because they didn't know what happened with Bo Jackson, they never seen an injury like that before.
And it was older technology and medical.
So who would have thought that Pittsburgh would be winning the turnover battle here? So, looks like they're going to try to kick it here. 4th and 15. Yep, they're not going to take the penalty. Oh, they did little squib kick. And Ray gets the ball and gets out of bounds there at about, the 14, 13-yard line? 15-yard line?
He just knew that guy behind him was going to touch it down anyway, so he figured I might as well catch this.
Ray used to play for the Ravens. He was on their team, and then I believe he was let go. And then Pittsburgh picked him up here right before the start of the season. And he's been our spark plug, man. He's been the guy that's been the guy that's running the kicks back and stuff.
It's been fairly consistent from what I can tell. Bengals are up 10-0 on Tennessee.
So Pittsburgh here from the 15, and it's a James Conner run. And he gets about 4 yards. Yeah, it looks like Tennessee 0, Cincinnati 10. How about that? Miami 7, LA 7. And you're right. How about that? Tua with his first touchdown in the NFL. Welcome to the NFL, sir. Green Bay, Minnesota. Green Bay just went up a touchdown pass from Aaron Rodgers to go 14-7 up against Minnesota. Pittsburgh 2nd and 6, beginning of the second quarter at the 19-yard line. Ben back by himself in the shotgun, and it's a pass out for the first down to Eric Ebron. So they needed 6 and they got 7 on that play. Here they're showing the replay of Tua's first NFL Career touchdown pass.
Whoa, that was yeah, I was pass interference too.
Slightly. You're not allowed to tackle the guy until after he gets the ball. So Pittsburgh, 1st and 10. In business. On the 26-yard line, Ben. Oh, it's a little bobbled snap. Ben picks it up and fires the ball to Chase Claypool for about 7 or 8 yard gain.
I don't even think that was a bobble snap. I think that snap was
like
literally just into the ground. I think he just skipped it like a rock across the.
I've done that already a couple times where I've snapped it off of my leg and it's hit my leg and gone back like that, or skittered back there like that. So I don't know. That's a possibility. 2nd and 3 here for Pittsburgh, trying to get down the field here on the 33-yard line. Ben drops back. Jalen Samuels dropped that sure-handed catch.
He should have threw that to the other side, though. The other guy was wide open. Yeah, Samuel actually had people in front of him. I think it was Connor who was wide open to the other side.
Oh, but he should have had. He should have had
that
that
all
all
hands.
day.
You got to make that catch. That's what Benny's saying.
Oh yeah, he still should have caught that.
Should have had that
How
all
about Buffalo
day
7,
there.
New England 3? How about that?
Yeah. It's definitely a defensive game. And Colt now 7-all.
Pittsburgh 3rd and 3 here. We'll try this play again. Ben back in the shotgun. And it's a pass over the head of James Washington.
That's deep. You could tell that one was a little deep.
4th and 3. Looks like Pittsburgh's going to be punting the ball again. Yeah, they were trying for that. It was just a timing pattern that was just a little bit off. It just seems like that's been the case.
Steelers offense just is horrible. Everything's been just hasn't been good so far.
You do usually have sloppy. I mean, rivalry games have been known to be very scrappy in the first half, and then somebody emerges in the second half.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, but it's not like they haven't had anybody to pass to.
We've had three key drops.
Right in the
exactly. We've had
hands.
3 key drops today as well. That's a great point, Steve, because, man, I'll tell you what, we can't be dropping the ball like that, especially for first downs. I mean, that was 2 first downs that we could have had if we would have just caught the ball.
But like Joe said, sometimes at these games it gets in players' heads, right? It's a rivalry game, and they're a little too uptight.
They clutch the ball a little harder. They do things a little differently, whatever. So, I mean,
That's why coaching is important. These guys, they seem like they're a little wired for this. Maybe a little too wired for this game right now. They got to calm down a bit.
Exactly.
Just be who they are.
Well, we also need to be on the field. It helps if you get on the field.
Yeah, that would help.
You the only way you can get into rhythm is to be on the field. If you're on the sidelines, you can't get into rhythm.
Well, if you're not catching the ball, you're not going to be on the field.
It's that ultimate catch-22 where you need to get into rhythm so that you can make more plays, so that you can play better, so you can get into a rhythm, so you can make more plays, so you can play better, so you can get into a rhythm.
We talk about that a lot on here, about how when it snowballs, but the great teams are able to reverse it. And I see that with football almost more than any other sport, actually. It's really can see it a lot. Like the difference between the great teams and the good teams are the great teams will turn things around when things are starting to go the other direction, starting to look like they're not working out for you. Where good teams will do well when things are going well, but everything goes to hell when it doesn't. Good and less.
Perfect analogy. But here's the thing too. You see more adjustments in football than I think you do see in hockey. I'm not saying that you don't see the adjustments in hockey. What I'm saying is that you see the adjustments more clearly in football than you do in hockey. Where the adjustments in hockey, I think, are a little bit more subtle.
Hit it on the head there. teams have a more difficult time adjusting in hockey than in football.
And it's harder to do it on the
Well,
fly
football-
with hockey than it is with football because there's so much time in
Yeah.
between plays and stuff like that.
That's right. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
football, you also have a whole landscape to adjust to, where hockey, you're
Yeah.
adjusting to be pretty much just
Well,
like 5 different guys on the ice, 10 different guys on the ice if you're counting your team. This is a whole landscape as Edwards has a great rush.
Yep.
I think that was Edwards. Yep, Edwards has a
for
great
about
rush.
Another 23
So,
yards up the middle there.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, that's just the way I look at
No,
it.
but that makes sense,
It's
though.
like it's easier to look at a whole picture, like landscape laid out, especially when you're watching on your television, the way hockey's presented to football, to see adjustments as fans too, because you have the overhead views. Now you have all those drone views that they show you and everything. So it's a lot. They don't have all that with hockey. They did some of
Right.
that stuff without
Another
the fans
first
there,
down
which
run
was really
here.
cool.
Yeah, another first down run for 6 yards. So it looks like
Yeah,
Baltimore
got
is
stopped
starting
the
to
run.
impose their will here with doing some of these run plays, and it's a little bit interesting because they've had 2 offensive linemen go down. You know what I mean? So this has been rather surprising that they've been able to run so well against Pittsburgh. But let's face it, Pittsburgh's defense has been out there a lot, and this is only 11 minutes to go still in the second quarter. Okay, so this is going to be one of those long drawn outs.
Yeah,
There's another first
They look
down.
like they're getting tired.
Oh, that's
Dobbins,
Dobbins.
yep, another
Yeah, the
first
running
down
game
run.
is really getting going.
Another 1st and 10 here for Baltimore. Dobbins with another good run here up the middle, gashing the Steelers for another run.
Speaking of defense, we talked about defense earlier. The Dolphins just made a great play in their game to get a fumble recovery for a fumbled 6 instead of a pick
a fumble
6.
6. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, from the other team's 10.
Okay,
too,
there
I
you go.
think
That's
it was.
another handoff.
Yeah, they got it from Goff and returned it from the 10, so that's pretty big.
Another handoff to Dobbins, and he gets another 2 yards or 3 yards for 2nd down and 7. Baltimore trying to just drive the ball down the field, which is what they've been able to do here. They've been on the field a very long time compared to Pittsburgh's offense.
Well, I think what you're saying is right. The strategy now is they know the Steelers defense is tired, so they're gonna keep on making them more and more tired.
Keep coming at it,
Yep.
because that's what they do. Here it is again. It's a run pass option with Lamar going out for the first down and then some.
Pittsburgh needs one of those plays that Dolphins made on Goff to force the fumble
Or something.
They need one of those momentum shifting plays. Yeah.
Oh, he played in too tight there. Buddy Dupree played in a little bit too tight on that play. He needed to stay a little bit outside to stay at home to keep contained. That's why Lamar was able to get outside there a little bit. But hopefully he'll learn on that next play there, Mr. Dupree from 8063. Need to stay out. You need to stay out and keep contained. So here the more shifting and more moving around, and it's another run by Dobbins.
Yeah.
This brings up 2nd down. 2nd down and 6.
Colts just scored in their game to make it 14-7 over the Lions with a Jack Doyle touchdown.
It's turning out to be a quite young quarterback match competition there between that in that game. That's an interesting game for sure.
Young quarterback? You mean veteran quarterback battle?
Was it Tua and?
Oh no, I'm talking about the Colts and Lions game. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I thought you were talking about the Dolphins.
And Baltimore slings the ball out to their big tight end for a first down.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're right. Rams and Dolphins is a
That's what I meant to say. I thought you were talking about the Rams and Dolphins. Yeah.
Goff's been in the league for 5-6 years now, where Tua's obviously rookie.
Has he been that long?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's been
Wow.
about.
That was a big play out there with their tight end Mark Andrews for a 1st and goal. So it looks like the Ravens are in business down at the 6. First and goal with 8 minutes and 9 seconds left to go here. It's another run pass option for Lamar Jackson, and he gets hammered at the 1, but I think they're going to give it to him. Nope. Are they giving it to him? Nope. Second and goal. He gets hammered at the 1.
Second and goal.
Not giving it to him this time. Got to try again. Let's take a look at the replay here. And
for sure.
He's down. Sorry, but when your cheeks are down, that means you're down. That counts as being down, by the way, when your cheeks are down.
Yeah.
They're probably just going to
Yeah, there you go. There's the touchdown.
Or nope. Full backhand.
There's the touchdown.
That was actually to Edwards.
Gets the touchdown on that. So it's now 13-7, Baltimore. Oh.
This game's going pretty quick though because of the.
It's not because of the fact that we got most of the guys here. It's like after 2 o'clock, and we still have most of the second period to play.
Well, I think we also had a 10-minute timeout basically because of that one injury. So that also affected the actual time clock. I just mean, I feel like the quarters because of runs have been especially when Baltimore has had the balls going pretty quick because they mainly ran the ball. Yeah.
So right now we're in error. We have one congruent viewer the whole time, and we've had 11 playbacks.
Yeah. The a couple scores around the league is 14-7 Green Bay over Minnesota right now, and 7-3 still Buffalo Bills over the New England Patriots. It's in Buffalo, and the weather is not bad because I looked at a shot of the field, and the weather doesn't look bad there. So
because a lot of times it can be, you know what I mean, especially this time of the year.
Might be cold, but it's not like snowing or anything like that.
Well, that's bonus. You know, definitely a good thing that it's not snowing. You know what I mean? So, all right. Well,
that's the one thing about the CFL when we have it here in Canada. A lot of the games are played in snow.
We had a game last week that was played in snow. They had some snow last week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. They did. Who was that? Were we watching? Was it the game we were watching?
No, it was.
Who was that? No, it was the evening game. One of the evening games I played.
I'm trying to think of who had the snow last week. I wonder if it was Buffalo. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they did.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't
remember. There was it Buffalo?
I don't know, but I keep getting an error.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's doing anything because the live's fine, or has been.
Okay,
anyways.
so you're the only congruent viewer.
I don't have it on right now, but yeah.
Okay.
Now I do, because I check out the other scores and stuff like that all the time. But now I'm on congruent.
Is it on?
We're not having.
But one Buffalo receiver just made Stephon Diggs just made a really nice catch on the sideline. I usually just put on Red Zone for scores since I have my TV and then I have a tablet, so whenever that pops up.
I don't have Red Zone.
I usually do too, but I have the game on front center, so I don't have the Red Zone up right now. I also have the list of the players' names too for the other side.
Oh yeah, on the one thing, yeah.
So here we go, Pittsburgh starting the ball from the 25. It's 14-7.
Oh my God! Dolphins ran it back. 21-7.
Oh,
was that?
No, they got that. Might be the old highlight because that's what made it 14-7. Or did
20,
they do it again?
They did it again.
They did it again.
Is that two guys from Baltimore going off the field?
Kansas City game's still close, though. That's 14-9.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Going towards the 2-minute warning.
The Jets kept it close last game too.
With the ball, Ben drops back and throws a bit of a wobbler to nobody. Who are you throwing that to, Ben? The receiver was still running the other way. Okay, well, I guess they weren't on the same page on that one. That was an intended pass out there to Dante Johnson. So, Pittsburgh was 2nd and 10.
Oh, I got to pause it again.
Be a little bit ahead. A lot ahead.
A lot ahead.
Yeah, from the 25, 2nd and 10. And it's a handoff to James Conner, who gets a first down and then some.
Nice.
And gets a little bit more out to close to the 40-yard line there for Pittsburgh.
That was by far the best
so
run.
Good blocking there by Ebron, taking on 2 players. A nice cut back in to get Pittsburgh down to the 44-yard line. 1st and 10.
I just saw that Miami play you were talking about, Pirla.
Conner back there is the sidecar.
Yeah.
Benny in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Ooh, high snap. And then he hands it off to James Conner, who breaks up a little bit and gets close to 5 yards on that play. So high snap there from Ben. He was able to corral that. And Conner was able to scramble up there for 6 yards and make it 2nd and 4. James Conner, 7 rushes for 41 yards on the day so far. I mean, those are some good numbers, all things considered. You know, 7 rushes, 41 yards, that's a pretty darn good game, you know, all things considered. But Pittsburgh needs to have a nice long drive all the way down to the end of the quarter and down to the end of the field here for a touchdown. Pittsburgh, 2nd and 4. Conner doing the patient run with nobody to run behind and then just dives in for a 2-yard loss. So the Baltimore Ravens had that one sniffed out. They were definitely all over that. Yeah, I'm now seeing the replay here. Oh, it looks like a scuffle here. What's going on?
Oh.
Looks like some yellow hankies are flying, and I think we might somebody ejected here.
Oh, I'm way behind now. Shoot.
Okay, let's see what happens here. So it's a slap fight here. Oh, he hit him in the head. Oh, he hit him twice. He hit him twice. I guarantee you.
That's a rivalry for you.
Offsetting penalties.
Happens in Eagles and Dallas a lot too.
If this is a penalty on either team, this would be bad. There should be offsetting penalties. Because what Dante Johnson did was grab the hold of the face mask, but only after the dude hit him in the head twice. And not only did he hit him in the head with his hand, then he hit him in the head with his helmet, with his face.
One ref.
Yeah, right.
Like, I'm not getting in here.
I don't know, man. I'm not liking this at all here. This is just ugly. They're having a rather lengthy conversation here about what's going on here. Now, either you saw something and you need to call it, or you didn't see anything and let's play ball. Okay, so what the frick is going on here? Why is this a conversation? Okay, I don't understand.
But it's probably not just between those two guys since it turned into a scrum. You now have to decide. It's like hockey. If you start one fight and then it turns into a brawl, you're not just going to give a penalty to the two people that started fighting.
But, I mean, it just seems like there were some things that were bad here on all the way around. Personal foul. Personal foul. Uh-huh. After the play. Yeah. So they ejected that player.
Yeah, he hit a referee.
Yeah. They ejected the player for hitting a referee. Right there. Right there. Can't do that, man. Can't be doing that.
Oh. Yeah. You did. Yeah.
Can't be doing that, my man. That's not how you play ball. You don't hit referees like that. So, offsetting penalties. So, basically, replay the down, 1st and 10, and a player gets kicked out of the game on the Baltimore side. Okay. So, I think I got it straight now. Cleveland and Las Vegas, 3-3 with 2 minutes to go in the second. Pittsburgh and Baltimore, 1st and 10, 5:36 left to go here in the first. And Pittsburgh is...
That's what I thought with Cleveland. Okay, maybe they play. As soon as Beckham's out, though, it takes away that option, right?
Yeah.
So their offense will probably go crap. Really should have
run by Connor up the middle there.
The thing is, though, if you look at the numbers, like I said, your offense runs better without Odell.
Yeah.
Like, just stats-wise, your offense runs better without Odell.
Exactly. So, 2nd and 7 here for Pittsburgh. Connor with a little 3-yard rush on the left side here. Pittsburgh's taking some time off the clock here, down to the 35-yard line on the Baltimore side. Sidecar down here to the near side. Ebron in motion. Ben back in the shotgun. And it's a pass knocked down. So that's an incomplete pass. 3rd and 7. Cialis Campbell got a big paw on that one and knocked it down. The ex-player from the Jaguars came over last season. Got a paw on that one. Big time. Was the intended receiver out there was Chase Claypool, so... All right. 3rd and 7. Pittsburgh needs to keep going here. False start. David DeCastro. That's not how you get that going like that. False starts are not good things. So let's try this again, shall we? Now that it's...
That was a clear...
Oh, man. 3rd and 12 from the 40. Looks like Baltimore's got everybody up on the line here. Benny's trying to change the play a little bit. Here they come. Ben steps up, and the ball goes down, and Ben goes down. And it's going to be 3rd and 14. Or 4th and 14.
Okay. Oh.
That was pretty ugly.
Yeah, that was a big penalty, too, because, I mean, how far is your kicker's longest kick? Because you could have still been in kicking range if you picked up a couple yards from the initial marker. Getting sacked here, there's no chance you were going to be in kicking range because you're already out of it pretty much.
That pretty much puts the punter out there instead of the field goal kicker. Okay. Well, that was not very happy. Hey, Jordan Berry, can you kick the ball down there to the 5?
Snap like that.
Yeah, right. That was a pretty horrible snap.
Yeah.
Oh, fair catch down to the 6. All right, I'll take the 6 or the 7, either one.
That looked like the 10 in there.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean that was a better kick off of a bad snap too. So, but I mean this is just a game Baltimore's been D'ing them even in the short year because you could tell there it looked like they were going for a field goal from the routes that the receivers ran. They wanted to just pick up at least enough to get a field goal, and then if you pick up the first down, great. But they couldn't do that because of how good the defense was in short yardage.
Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned here because I'm not seeing us putting together drives that are lasting more than a couple minutes or a couple plays. I'm a little bit concerned here because I'm seeing us shoot ourselves in the foot by having dumb penalties and doing dumb mistakes. We've had a couple drops, especially on third down, so those do not bode well. Those don't keep drives alive, and that doesn't keep the ball in our hands. Yeah, it doesn't give our defense very much of a rest either. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, at least that drive was a little. You put together some drives. You were on the field for a couple minutes. It at least left your defense off the field for a decent amount of time, even though you didn't score to round out the half. It wasn't like a 3-and-out.
Putting us in check. We haven't really been able to get too much of in a rhythm as far as our passing game is concerned. We've had some good success on the run game, but nothing in the pass game. We haven't really, that's what happens when people drop balls,
No, that's the big thing here. It's dropping balls. That's if you're going to if we're playing against a defense like this,
you
definitely don't want to be dropping balls.
No, you definitely don't want to be dropping balls. That's for sure.
Actually, with the way things have gone, to be just down 7 is probably not
very
lucky. Consider that a victory.
Yeah, consider that a serious victory. It looks like Ben's having his arm looked at.
Speaking of because of how I picked it up, it bent a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, it bent it back here a little bit. So,
but
Baltimore down here at the 8-yard line. First and
10. Pittsburgh's got to do what Baltimore done to them here.
Yeah.
Don't let them get out of deep field position.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's not gonna help when you allow them to get 7-yard gainers on the run game. That's not gonna help your when you allow them to get 7 yards at a clip.
Oh yeah. You definitely have to limit your average yards. You can't, pull up that much at all.
They're got 164 rushing yards so far, and here's some more rushing yards. Now that one only went for like
a yard or two.
But still, that still brings up third and short. Third and short is much easier to manage than third and long. And it looks like Green Bay and Minnesota are tied up here at halftime, 14 apiece.
The Bengals are playing Tennessee really well.
Yeah.
They went up 16-3, I think, on the last play.
Mm-hmm. So, that's it. There you go. 3rd and 4, and Baltimore drops back to pass, and he gets flushed out, and he's going to run for that first. Oh, he drops the ball, and then he gets it back.
Mm-hmm.
But not after he gets the first down. So they are out of the back end of the end zone there.
Now, I don't understand how when the guy starts running and crosses the line of scrimmage, all the people in the secondary there still just stood on their guy. It's like, you can't throw the ball. Why didn't you go up?
Well, depending on where your vantage point is, you might not be able to see where where the line is. And sometimes quarterbacks have a couple yards to run before they get to this line of scrimmage. So you look back and you see the quarterback still standing back there. The next time you look back, he's 2 yards past the line. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just saying that play looked like he was going to run. You should be able to.
Right.
I feel like secondary players sometimes don't judge quarterback runs very well.
No, I agree. Because, think of it like this. If your responsibility is the guy that's out there running around, then that's kind of your responsibility.
Yeah.
It's more the responsibility for the linebackers and the defensive line to keep that quarterback in check and make sure he has nobody to throw to.
Mm-hmm.
So 2-minute warning here on this one.
Yeah, the Raiders just took a 6-3 lead over the Browns on a field goal. That's a very defensive game. It's 6-3 at halftime. That ended the half.
Wow.
That field goal.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah.
6-3 in the half.
Yeah, and then even the Miami game, 21-7, that's a very defensive game because Tua threw one touchdown, the other's a returned fumble, and the other's a returned special
Kickoff.
teams play.
Yeah.
So it's a special teams and defensive game in that game.
Yeah.
For the most part, also.
For sure.
Yeah.
So.
And then the Bengals made their extra point to go up 17-7. Who would have thought the Bengals would be up 10 at pretty much halftime, 32 seconds left over Tennessee?
Yeah, who would have thought that? Gosh.
Not me.
Yeah, me neither. You know, I never would have. I mean, especially after how they played.
Oh my God,
Pittsburgh.
they picked it off again. The Dolphins got another turnover.
Get out of here.
Wow. There you go. Boy, who knew? I guess all they needed was Tua to come in and start playing, and suddenly now it's the Dolphins show.
Oh no, that was a replay of one of the earlier.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Well, when we were talking about that game, we said it probably, two of them probably won't get more than 2 touchdowns, being his first game. And so far we're correct, but there's still 21-7.
Yeah, he's probably going to get one now because it's 21-7, and they got a fumble that they returned to the 1. Oh, no, never mind. The running back got in for a touchdown, so now they're up 28-7, unless that's what.
So it's 1st and 10 here. Baltimore is on the 23-yard line, and 2 minutes left in the game. And it's a run-pass option, and Lamar Jackson still gets about 6 yards on that. It just seems like this guy here is, I mean, you don't see these kind of quarterbacks like this right now, you know what I mean? Especially this day and age with these guys coming out here running like this. Because, gosh, man, one hit and they're done, That's the scary part about.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I agree with that. I feel like the game's changing more towards run
pass.
Yeah,
no, I agree with you. But it just seems like that's a little dangerous sometimes. Intercepted!
There you go. Was that Hayden?
Intercepted. Joe Hayden. Boy, that's what we needed. Holy moly.
It's usually one of the guys you would expect to make that big play, too. So.
Exactly. That's 2 interceptions now.
For Lamar.
Yeah.
Wow. That's, like, again, who we didn't expect that. It was a nice grab.
Yeah, that was a good interception there, Joe.
Oh.
Picked that one off.
That might not be, yeah.
Oh, of course not, because
that ball slammed into the ground after, yeah.
So they're going to challenge the play, which they can't in the first 2 minutes. Or in the last 2 minutes, you can't challenge.
So it's under review.
But it's under review, so yeah, all turnovers are under review.
Because you're not allowed to have the crown of the football, which I think it did spike down. Yeah, that spike.
That's not a catch.
That's not going to be.
That's not a catch. That's not a catch, though. It's not going to be a catch.
Nope.
Unless if they can't overturn that it didn't hit his hand and hit the bottom of the field. But I think that hit the bottom of the field. That's a terrible angle.
Yeah, it is.
All blurred out.
It was all blurred out and everything, too, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, he's got a big grass stain on his glove. See, that shows the ball hitting the ground.
Yeah, it looks like it hit the ground, not his hand. I think the reason they called it a pick on the field is because they thought it hit his hand. He pinned it with his hand.
It looks like that's what he did, is pinned it with his hand. But we'll see. So more than likely it'll go against Pittsburgh here because we don't have a good we don't do well with these under reviews. Incomplete pass. Yep.
Incomplete, yeah.
I mean, that's actually the correct call.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because the ball did bounce or hit the ground first before anything else. And you can't do that. So that makes it 3rd and 6. And they get...
I got to get a huge stop.
And they need to stop here on this one here. Because this could probably be the game right here. There's 1:17 left to go here. And did Pittsburgh call a timeout?
They called a timeout, yeah.
Pittsburgh needs to stop here because if they don't, and Baltimore's able to get out and at least kick a field goal, You know what I mean? That puts it 2 scores. And with the little amount of time that Pittsburgh's had the ball, 2 scores is going to be a lot. Now, I'm assuming that Pittsburgh, since Baltimore got the ball first in the first quarter, that Pittsburgh is going to get the ball back at the end of the second, or at the end of the half. Come back into the third.
That's why this stop is even more pivotal.
Exactly. So how about that? Cincinnati 17, Tennessee 7. Holy moly. They are almost...
And also...
a lot of surprises.
Yeah, and we got to remember, if the Dolphins win this game, they're above 500.
Wow.
The Dolphins would be 4-3.
And it's a run-pass option, and he gets the first down.
That's a first down.
Well, so much for trying to stop that play.
I mean, that just goes to show, though, how good of a coach Brian Flores is after he went in. He's been with Fitz for a couple years. The only mistake was not exactly telling Fitzpatrick when he was going to not be starting anymore. But other than that, he's been a very good head coach. And you have to learn, this is the first time he's had a young quarterback as a head coach, that he's had to transition from someone that's been in the league for a while as a journeyman or just in the league for a while to a young guy. That's not the easiest thing to do. So he'll learn from this experience, and he also hopes for about the next 14 years he doesn't really have to worry about his quarterback
Something
either.
like that,
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Pittsburgh, needing a big stop here, was not able to take care of business on this one. So let's see. There's 1 minute 9 seconds left. Each team's got 2 timeouts. Baltimore needs to get to at least the, gosh, I think, yeah, the 39-yard line in order to be able to get Tucker out there to try for a field goal. So Baltimore 1st and 10, and it's a pass out to Snead, a pass out to Snead for a couple yards.
Get about 15 yards.
Oh, guess now there's going to be another 15 yards tacked onto that for a flag on that. It's another hanky. There seems to be a lot of hankies. What? Illegal shift? Is that what that was?
Illegal formation.
Yeah. Illegal shift. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, dude. Can't have that happen. That's coming back. Yeah, you can't do that. You had one guy come from the backfield and step up to the line, and then another guy from the backfield run down and go step up to the line. Can't do that. So 1st and 15. And Baltimore is
from the 30.
Handing it off to Dobbins. Gosh, man. Who gets 10 yards.
They cannot stop the run.
10 yards.
They can't stop the run at all. Steelers can't stop the run on Baltimore at all.
Have not been able to.
I like to know what's the AV so far. What's the AV so far?
They've just been able to run the ball whenever they want.
Yeah. Whenever they want.
And that's another
and there's
first
another
down
one.
catch. Under duress, gets the ball out. Oh, no, I got an error again. 41 seconds left. Baltimore takes a timeout here.
Second half of that Green Bay and Minnesota game started.
It's like the Indianapolis 20, Detroit 7. They're at halftime. So,
yeah, Indy's been a good team with Frank Wright.
And Phillip Rivers is quarterback.
Yeah.
I thought Detroit would have a better showing there.
Okay, here we go. 41 seconds left to go in the first half. It's Baltimore 14, Pittsburgh 7. And Baltimore is at their 45-yard line, 1st and 10.
You know they want at least a field goal here to make it a two-possession.
TJ is chasing him out of the pocket there, and he had to throw that ball away.
Nothing happened there.
So, yeah, that took a couple seconds off the clock there. You're not going to pretty much get away from TJ. He's pretty much fast enough to catch you, or close to catching you, so. 34 seconds left to go here in the first half. Pittsburgh down 7. Baltimore 2nd and 10. Jackson drops back to pass. An incomplete pass to their big tight end. Sorry about that one, buddy. You gotta catch that ball before you slide into home plate on that one.
Oh, Baltimore hasn't been doing well when they get in the red zone. That's the thing.
And their passing game hasn't been all that good, but man, their running game has just been. They've got almost 200 yards rushing. They don't hardly have any passing yards, but all their yardage has been on the ground. So.
Yeah, Baltimore tends to want to beat you. Through.
Here we go.
Yeah, through the ground.
Except that's a quick little first down catch there to Snead. 25 seconds left to go here. 1st and 10. You only need to get 6 more yards. Did he step on the line? Yeah, he stepped on the line. Run pass option. Jackson gets
still not to the field goal line,
but it's close, pretty close though.
And they have the best kicker in the league.
Justin Tuck. He's the man. Yeah, I keep getting an error on the stream.
Oh, they used their final timeout there. I thought they were going to.
What does the error say?
It says your YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming.
Oh, I had that too. But it looks like it's working fine.
Oh, you're talking about the YouTube message that that pops up a lot of the times, and then as long as it works, it works. Usually that pops up for me too.
21 seconds to go here. They need to get about 2 yards to get to the field goal line. They need 4 for a first down. If they get a first down, that's probably going to be it. 2nd and 6. It's a handoff to Dobbins.
Running again.
And there's the first down. And
That's
gets down to out of bounds.
He's trying to get out. Yeah, he did get out. Wow, that was a very good play, bud.
Actually, no, he didn't.
Oh, they didn't.
No,
they
he
didn't give him
did
the out of bounds. Wow. That was hilarious. Lamar just chucked that other football like 500 yards to Spike.
So they get to spike the ball. Now they get to come out here and kick the ball, kick the field goal.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, got to get rid of this football, and then just like chucked it into the stand.
Right. So Justin Tucker.
I don't know how they didn't give him. They must have wrestled him down with the progress before he got out.
Yeah, that would be the only way that the clock would still run. So here he goes here for his 51-yard attempt, and that's right through the middle.
I'm sorry. Happy birthday, Rachel. That's what it said behind the field goal.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
All right, halftime.
Watch, you're see. Oh no, they didn't show it because of how it's coming down. You might see it here. You can kind of see the sign. You could see it when he kicked it better.
I guess he was a little happy about kicking that field goal, huh?
Rams are trying to get something going with 40-some seconds left in the first half to try to salvage something, and they just missed a touchdown a little bit too deep for Cooper Kupp.
So listen, guys, I think I'm going to call it. Yeah.
Really? Why?
I got 1 viewer. 2, 1.
Really? Wonder why that is today.
It could be because it's the day after Halloween. People might not be as around. They might still be trying to get home from people go on vacation this weekend. Could have to do with that type of stuff. Like 6 different people I know are on vacation this
really?
weekend. So, like Halloween weekend tends to be a vacation. Let's try to go away for the weekend type thing. Hell, my one friend flew to California to be with his brother, so, just until Monday.
There you go.
So, I mean, yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's a let's just visit around weekend a little bit, but
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna.
That's surprising. How many people watched the video I did to say we were here?
I got
5?
14 playbacks, but
we got 14-14 in Green Bay and Minnesota right now as Minnesota's in the red zone. But this was fun, though. I liked it when the football game wasn't as good of a game for a Steel's team as we hope. But, it's only a half. I mean, the Eagles, maybe they have the luck of what the Eagles had in past years. They've actually been a good team. They just don't really know what football is in the first half. And the second half, it's like, hey, look at that, guys. We're playing football, not soccer. It's like, yep, okay, cool. And then they just throw for 360 yards, and you're like,
nice
okay,
to see
cool.
that. That would be great if we could get that, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. It's certainly not trending that way.
No, but halftime has its ways to just kind of change the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, boys. This has been a little slice. We'll try to do better next week. Hopefully it'll be a little bit of a better game, a little bit more viewership. So we got 0 comments, nothing. So
Kind of weird. I'm surprised.
That's all right. At least we know we can do it, and it's all good, and we can do it, and it's all good. So I is all for that. Doing it, and it's all good. So
That's true.
yep.
Bro, we still
No, I'm
live now, or
I'm
did you
cutting
cut
it
it?
right now.
Okay, well, I'll take down my video then.